Now sitting in comfortable posture, letting go of your interest, obsessions with the outside world, being willing to put aside for a certain period thoughts of the past, thoughts of the future, concerns and worries. And this is one of the basic, most fundamental, most vital life skills, which is almost completely ignored by most education systems. The ability to be able to think, and to think well when there is a need to think, but being able to put down thought just like a heavy bag when it's not necessary to think, freeing yourself from the addiction to mental activity. Thought is a tool. Thinking well is a skill. But to balance that skill, we need to learn how to be awake and aware without the neurotic need to have something, anything at all, going on in our minds. And the true profound happiness that we are capable of experiencing as human beings comes from freedom from compulsion, freedom from habit. We live most of our lives on automatic pilot, just doing things in a very mechanical, conditioned way. By waking up to the truth of things, waking up to our experience, developing the ability to sustain attention in the present moment, we find a new freshness to life, one in which we don't need anything at all. It's completely self-sufficient. Initially, to develop this kind of skill, we start off by being aware of the physical body, being at peace with the physical body as it is right now. Just sweeping through the sensations in the body from the head to the feet, thoroughly, systematically, without prejudice, without indulgence, developing this clear, equanimous knowing in the present moment, waking up to the present reality. And as we open up to this very mundane, ordinary, not special phenomena. We are at the same time aware of the in-breaths and the out-breaths. Not forcing the breath to be any particular way, recognizing the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath, the gap between the in-breath and the out-breath, the gap between the out-breath and the in-breath. The breath is not an exciting object. It's not something that pulls you towards it. You have to make the effort yourself. After you've swept through the body, from the head down to the feet, be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath throughout the body, not choosing the sensation, wherever sensation arises, knowing and letting go, knowing and letting go. As you become more familiar, more at ease with the breath, then choosing one particular spot, one particular point in which to awaken to the in-breath and the out-breath, to enjoy the sensation of the in-breath and the out-breath. When we are present to an object that we have chosen, we're able to sustain attention with that bright, wakeful attitude. We are creating the conditions for samadhi and panya, for samatha and vipassana. You take one breath at a time. This is, you take one step at a time, putting your best effort into sustaining that clear, bright, wakeful attention on the whole of the in-breath and the whole of the out-breath. And then you start again. It's like creating works of art. Every single breath is a thing of beauty, a work of art. You put everything into that one in-breath and one out-breath. You're finished and you start a new one. Create a new thing of beauty. When you sustain mindfulness on a whole in-breath and a whole out-breath, and you've made a gift of mindfulness to the world, you've increased the sum total of awareness and clarity of mind to the world you live in. When your mind does become distracted, if your mindfulness is not strong, when you realize you don't need to fight with your mind, but choose the breath. It's not rejecting the thought, fighting with the thought, struggling with the thought, but you make a choice. You choose to be with the breath. You see the value of mindfulness, that you're willing to make that choice. So first step is to be aware of the body as a direct experience by sweeping through the body from the head to the feet. Secondly is to be aware of the breath in the context of full body awareness. And then the next step is to focus on the breath, awaken to the breath at a particular point in the body which we experience the breath most clearly.